Happy Sunday to y'all. You see here I'm in Texas, and if you're really observant, you see that we've already got 9 pounds of fish in our fish keeper there. But I was doing some recording last night that's going to come out next week, and I made a little bit of a mistake. And yeah, anyway, it's not a big deal. Just I needed to farm a little bit of money, so I thought I'd jump in here to Texas and start catching some, just money fish. Just catch some fish, and I have been having some pretty good luck here. I fast forwarded towards the evening, used my time skip because it was not on cooldown. Fast forwarded to the evening and just been tearing up these these spotted bass, about smallmouth bass. But I thought I'd jump in and record a little bit and see if I can get a few of them on camera. Oh, right there, one. That might not be one, but it's been a lot of fun. He's gonna run. He's gonna run. Just trying to keep my attention up on my line. Cross over. Turn his head this way. You see my line itself, the durabilities are all the way down to 64. Probably because I'm fishing through these weeds and stuff, but come on, big guy. I went ahead and got the unlimited advanced license for Texas, because it's for bait coin, and I've earned that just through levels and whatnot. So I thought it'd be good. That way I could keep these spotted bass. Oh, come on. Get in the boat or on the shore. There we go. There we go. The longer he's in the water, the better, the more of a chance he has to get away. But there we go. Man, look at that. That's actually a new record. 15 inches, almost a 2-pound bass. That is 2-pound spotted bass. That's a really good. That's nice. Anyway, so your records are probably much higher than mine. Again, I'm not a. I'm still relatively new at the game, but it's amazing how much I've learned in just a week, and how much fun I'm having at it. So we're going to keep it because I got that license, and the whole point of today was to make a little extra money. So throw another cast out there. I'm sort of testing a theory here about lift and drop. Okay, so the way that I'm working my mouse, and if you use it and it works, please let me know. But I'm keeping my rod tip about, I'd say probably drop down maybe 5 degrees or so. And my speed there's on 2. So I reel until I get a little action on the bait, lift up, stop reeling, keep the rod tip up though until it drops down. And then start reeling again as I lower it. So up, off, lower, reel, up, off, lower, reel, up, off, lower, reel. Yeah, something like that. It's hard. I feel like Mike, the guy, my friend Mike, who will be making some of these videos with me, he'll be really good at this sort of thing. 'Cause he plays the drums, and that rhythm piece is something he'll be good at. So, oh, there we go again. Almost the same spot that time. We'll keep the nose tip up till we get him away from the shore. Nope, let's get him right in. This looks like a smaller one. Still a pound. Still $127, which is what we're going for here. Oh, good. Caught some bass. Got 2. Oh, there's 2 of my 4 gold bait coin back. That's still funny. I appreciate a game that has a sense of humor. I've noticed there's quite a few of those little Easter eggs, especially like in the bait and tackle companies. So it's a 3-dot lift and drop. Yep. Now, if my theory holds true, I may not catch one this time. That's fine. That'd be like 4 out of this exact same spot. But if my theory holds true, I'm going to cast again, and this time we're going to use the twitching technique instead of lift drop. And if that has been doing catching a lot of pickerings, pike pike. I don't know what pickle. So we're gonna cast this back out, and then to do the twitching, what I'm doing, and again, if you have a better way, by all means share. I turn this, if the bait's out there at like 12 o'clock, I turn this at almost 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, reel it in, and then I don't push any button. I just rotate the back, try to get a little spring in the pull, and there we start getting the twitching technique. Gotta move my mouse. I've got it too close to my keyboard. I know you can do the same thing by just adding some a little bit of your right click into it. Let's see if this is no, it's not gonna get me another smallmouth, but that's okay. I'm not arguing about smallmouth, but and I'm not gonna leave the spot yet, so we'll try a little bit further this way though. Excuse me. Here we go. Maybe see. I want it to go back though. There we go. This time I'm using the right click. Seems just a little too violent to me, so I like the little. Just pull till the rod tip bends, just like that. Now I'm getting. Wow, I was getting 3. There we go. Just to the rod tip bends. I'll try to let it slow down a little bit before we get too close to the boat, to the shore. So we'll try lift and drop again. I am really enjoying this update 0.7, and I know that, oh, there it is, there's something, that's big. I didn't see what it was there, did you? I'm really enjoying this update 0.70. I like the new physics. The line, now that I've been with it for a little bit, the line isn't as funky as I thought it once was. There's a grass pickerling. I have no idea. Pickerel. We just don't have this fish near here, and if we do, we call it something else. I don't know. Yep, let's keep it $66. See how look at it flip around the end of the pole. Yeah, the line physics are a little bit wonky, but now that I've sort of lived with it for a little bit, I think I've kind of got used to it, or at least I've sort of figured it out a little bit, or at least what the intention is. Like, if you mess with it like right when it hits the water, that's when you're going to get lots of it. But that would be a little bit of the case. The water actually creates a drag around the line. Water has a certain level of adhesiveness that you don't think of, but water will sort of, like if you creates drag essentially on the line and in the bait. So once you get the bait in the water, you can sort of feel that drag starting to be there. And I think that's what they're trying to go for, is to create that illusion that the water has a hold of the bait. But when you have these long casts like this and you have so much of your line out of the water, that's where I think the physics get a little bit wonky. But I mean, now that I've played with it, see, like, now we're at the right depth, because you see that line stays nice and tight, and then when it hits the bottom, you can actually see the line get slack. See that? And that's what would happen in real life. You're fishing, pull it up, it's going to be tight, and then as it gets closer to you, when it finally intersects with the shore, the line would get slack like that. And that's how, without the little bait icon or the cast icon up underneath, above our line durability or whatever, That's how you would know when you're at the bottom. And the game does a really good job of allowing me, the player, to see the virtual line, and the line does act. So, it's sinking to the bottom. The line is falling into the water. See how it's intersecting with the water there, and once it does, it sort of floats slash sinks, and we get a little bit of a slack to it. Once I reel in the slack, it's going to look like a straight line. So let go, it rests again, and then the bait falls to the bottom of the pond. But if I pull and risk my tip up, it comes up, and now it's like a straight angle, like a triangle, until it intersects with the bottom, and then you've got that bow again. I wish it was possible to sort of turn sideways and see what I'm talking about here. Let's try it. So we're reeling in. You're straight to the bait now, and when you lift the rod tip up and then let it sink, you get that sag as soon as it hits the bottom. No, I wasn't. The depths here are a little bit wonky, I feel like, because there you go. There it's there. See how it got wiggly? The depths are a little wonky, I feel like, because I can put my bobber fish on there, and it can be set to 99, which is like more than 6 foot. I don't know what that would be. I mean, it's more than 10 foot in depth here, but if you watch how quickly this thing sinks, as it's spinning through the water, it doesn't feel like that's 10 foot. So I mean that would be the only sort of thing I would say about how the line affects within the depth. Like a bait that's a third of an ounce in water there, that I don't know if that right there is 10 foot, but I know somewhere here would be close to 10 foot because it's more than 99 inches. It would take a second to fall back down. So like if I'm casting this for real at this speed and I raise the rod tip up, I'm thinking like that's probably going up 5 foot within the actual water, and it's going to take a second for it to fall 5 foot again back down. But again, I could be wrong. And it's not game breaking in any way, shape, and form. And if you're not somebody who fishes in reality and is only a virtual fisherman, I guess, I think it works out just fine, because if there's anything I would say that this game, anything that sort of affects my play style, is I'm more of a sit down, fish for a few minutes and go, and that's why I've run into the issue with money, because it does not reward somebody for sitting for 15 minutes and going. You have to sort of sit for a while and catch quite a bit of fish at whatever location you're at to pay for the trip that you were on. And I understand why. I mean, it's just like World of Tanks. We talked about that in an episode later this week that I'll post probably Monday. There has to be a certain grindy element of the game. If not, who would choose to pay for it? And I do want people to pay for it. We put a little money into it this week, just because I think it's good enough for that. And it didn't take much, like less than $5 to get what we needed to do. I left before I should have left, because as far as I can tell, there was no way to sort of save my progress and stay at that lake between fishing trips. So I'm going to have to pay for that transfer fee again, and then multiple days. So like a day of fishing, I can tell you it's 2 hours is 30 minutes, because I typically record 30-minute episodes, and we normally fish for about 2 hours in-game time. So a day of fishing can take quite a bit of time. And if you just don't have that time to sit, don't have the time or the desire, which is my biggest issue. As much as I like the game, and as much as I enjoy the fishing, I've got things to do. I can't sit on my computer all day and fish for 6 hours to get a full day of fishing in to maximize the amount of money I can get. And that was a big reason why I went ahead and bought the advanced license for Texas, because it doesn't cost me anything to come here, and this is sort of can be my farming grounds. I can fast forward to the perfect time of day if need be, and I can sit here and catch 14 pounds of fish and the money that's associated with it, and really it's not going to cost me anything other than the durability on my gear. And then sort of treat the other locations like when I have more time. And again, I don't think I'm breaking anything. I don't think it's any game breaking philosophy. I think that's intentional by the game designers and so forth. And to give you a place where you can catch some fish and have a little fun with it without necessarily punishing you. But this week in the episodes I'm recording for Monday, Wednesday, Friday fishing planets, and actually I was trying to do some extra ones this week because of the new patch and the new content. I was trying to check out some of those other locations, so it just takes a little bit more cheddar to catch fish there. It's fun. It's exciting. There we go. Come on. There you go. Got it out of the water. Don't go through those weeds though, if we can help it. 82. Okay. I like to check my the depth in which, or the amount of string that's out, just to make sure that it's coming in. Because if it's not, then we're gonna have to increase our drag or whatever. But this is coming in just fine. And we got another grass pickerling. It's not bad. This casting spoon is earning it today. Puts us up to almost 15 pounds of fish in our keep net. Is there a way to view our keep net? I'll show you real quick some of the fish we caught beforehand. But honestly, you saw the new record spotted bass, so there anything in there that's bigger than that. There was a pretty decent size sunfish, but I mean it's a sunfish. If you guys have seen sunfish before, I would assume. And if you haven't, I apologize. Next fish we get, I'll look at the keep net. So I will. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. It's Sunday morning where I am right now. We got normal Sunday activities to go partake in. Just was doing a little bit of grinding before we got started, and thought, actually what it was is that OBS was on for another reason. I was doing something else, and I didn't close it when I opened up Fishing Planet. Thought, since it's here and I'm actually catching fish, I'll go ahead and turn it on. And we'll catch a few smallmouth together, or I keep saying smallmouth, but spotted bass together. I get to talking and I forget to do my cast. I can feel it. We're gonna catch one right here. Nope. Okay. Maybe not. Right here. Okay, one more cast. That's what I meant. On the next cast, we're gonna catch one. Got to those lily pads. Gonna have to buy some new line here before too long, which I'm actually okay with, because if you've watched any other videos, I've got a line issue with my baitcaster that I really need to sit down and figure out. I think the diameter on the baitcaster is too much, or it's just a small. Maybe it's just too much of a cheap baitcaster. But I'd be using my baitcaster for this more than my spinning reel. I was debating on whether or not it was the weight of the bait, but I don't think so. 1/3 of an ounce is, that should be enough to pull a bait caster out. Oh, just got dark. It was a bit of an extreme transition, but maybe the clouds just went over the sun. Do the clouds move? I'm trying to put my rod tip on a dark spot. Oh, apparently not. But hey, there's the moon. 9 o'clock. Go on, finish reeling in. All right. Look at that. Look at that moon. We're going to cast this direction just so we can look at that moon. Wow, that is pretty. Now it's time to put a big old cheese ball on. Catch us a big old catfish. Maybe we will. We'll try it. I got enough time. I got about 8 minutes left here before I want to end the episode and move on, but and then see how much money we get for today. And I'm hoping, at least $500. Give me give me a quarter of a trip to New York back. Come on, you know you want me to fish in New York. Had a lot of fun fishing up there yesterday when I was recording some stuff for the week. Look at the way the line is interacting with the water on the with the line. And I will say I did increase the water graphics. Look at the way that it's shimmering through that. Let's sorry. Let's switch that. Back out here. Let's switch to this guy. Where should we cast it? Down here on the dam. Increase the leader. Don't flip. Let's cast. If I remember right, there's some pads right out there. Could be too far out. Just a little bit. There we go. Look at this. It's not popping up. Come on. Was I wrong about the 99-inch thing? Maybe I was. You guys were screaming at me the whole time. I want to create a better picture anyway here. Let's get this in the reflection of the moon. Look at that. Alright. 45 then maybe. Let's try 60. Let's try right there. There, it's standing up straight. There we go. And we got the line going through the reflection of the moon. Checking the time, 24 minutes right now. So let's, someone gets 26 minutes, we'll move if we haven't caught anything. I need to turn the sound back up. Oh yeah, get those buzzing in our ears, get those bugs in our ears. So there's something about this just relaxing to me, even though it's just a picture on a computer screen. It is a far cry from 62 degrees right now. let's put it out here by these other wee lily pads. Not sure. I know they added some walking sounds. In on the docks and stuff, it makes sense to sound like that, but here it doesn't really make sense to sound like you're running on wooden planks. But I don't know. I do enjoy the sound design of the game, so I'm not going to argue too much about it. Maybe it's a bug or something that they'll fix later, or maybe it's just intentional. What I'd like it to have is some sort of some sort of effect on the way fish bite. If they hear you walking around, maybe you have a reduced chance of catching a fish. But that wouldn't necessarily be true. Just give it a second. It's a little bit weird. Maybe I'll bring it up here to the back of these lily pads. Okay, I was snagged there, so we know there's something there. 27 minutes or so. Yep. Overall, it was a real good day of fishing. Actually caught more than the 15 pounds that it says, but caught a couple of spotted bass before I bought the license, and a few of my returned, and then they give you this option, almost sort of tricking you. It says, would you like to keep this and risk $100 fine? Do you want to test your luck or not? And I thought, well, let's check the mechanic. Let's see what happens. And of course, I tried checking my luck, and it was like verifying fish. You've been fined $100. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, in real life, obviously, I wouldn't have risked it. But seeing how it's a virtual life here, a virtual fishing trip with no real consequences, I thought, let's at least test the mechanics. But apparently, and to be honest, I don't know. Maybe you have tested it before and you've gotten away with it, but that's not something I would normally do anyway. So, I mean, if I was catching them, so I thought, well, at least it's experience. But with the goal of getting money, I thought 4 gold coins, never have to worry about that again. Let's just do that. 4, bait coin, and never have to worry about that again. Let's just do that. Oh, come on! I wanted to catch a catfish before we left. Okay, let's move down one more time. Let's move one more spot, and then we'll call it a day. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But had a lot of fun playing today. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me as we catch some fish. We're just going to come in here. We'll be on the bridge. See? See, that sounds a little bit different. Let's just throw it over here. We're still set at 60, right? I think so. Might be too long. But we'll see if we... Okay, there it is. Okay, it's standing upright for the most part. Give it a second. See if anything bites it. If not, we'll go ahead and cash out, and I'll show you the cash out screen. We'll figure out how much money we earned today. Mosquito. I'm being a little bit impatient. I understand that. I always am. Whenever I'm not recording, I'm a lot more patient. I just sit back, drink my coffee. But I feel like if I'm recording and nothing's happening, then I struggle with what to talk about. And if I'm struggling with what to talk about, then I'm not talking, and then just happen. Alright, well, we'll call it a day. Alright. Let's see how we did. Oh, goodness, I do that every time. I'm so sorry. Exit. Yes, okay, we leave. Because of our premium account, we did get, oh, good, wow, a lot more than 500. 1609, 300 premium experience. Ooh, less than 13, which would not make sense at all. 321 experience. I guess some durability issues there, but that's 16, I'm sure we can fix it. 34 bucks. Alright, there we go. Got Bassmaster achievement. Got that. And there we go. We'll be back up at Emerald Lake next time. So, our license there for make good use of it. And learn how to go. So, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Be sure to come back tomorrow for some of that